Doctor Who fan since about 1973.
About 6 years ago, I'd read an article in Famous Monsters magazine that talked about this British science fiction show.
Well, Eddie, my nephew here, turned me on to Doctor Who, and ever since then he's been my favorite. He's just my hero.
My son introduced me to the whole thing, and now I'm as addicted as he is.
I had a friend who was absolutely crazy about it and knew I loved science fiction.
I spent a lot of time in England and watched Doctor Who, and I thought it was a worthwhile program. So when I joined the Doctor Who Appreciation Society in London, when it became so popular in the United States, I formed the North American branch.
And our sole purpose is to help promote Doctor Who here in North America.
The last count, the number of viewers worldwide was just about to top the 100 million mark. Already here in the United States, and bearing in mind that we haven't been on the road that long with the program, it's already topped over 7 million viewers. We have been amazed how it's all getting together. We think there's a great explosion as far as the Doctor Who program is concerned in the United States. And all the vibrations that we are getting back in terms of the number of viewers and the viewers' reaction, it's quite amazing.
Well, from the writer's point of view, I can tell you there's one marvelous thing, is that you become God for 6 episodes. You land that ship, the TARDIS, on a planet, and from that moment on, everything on that planet is your creation. If the rocks talk, nobody can deny it, because you say, that's what they do on my planet. If the creatures have 12 eyes and 16 arms, fine, because it's my planet, I've made it. And so you have this wonderful freedom to do almost anything you want, because it's your world, and nobody can deny it. And they all have English accents, the monsters.
What are your favorite characters?
Well, I suppose K9.
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 Do not touch the scanner control, mistress.
Oh, I know the doctor said we weren't supposed to, but wouldn't you like to see where he is? Who he's talking to?
Negative. Wishing for such things is emotion. I am not programmed.
Oh, shut up. You're no help at all.
How did he move? Did he have wheels underneath or tracks or something like that?
It originally worked on wheels, operated by radio control, and we always had a problem in him covering rough territory. So we eventually changed the wheels for caterpillar tracks, rather like a tank, which made the whole thing much better. However, there's a sequence at the very beginning of Leisure Hive, which was the first story we'd ever done with caterpillar tracks, and we were absolutely convinced it'd be marvelous going over the shale and stones on Brighton Beach. And in fact, the thing just wouldn't move at all, so he was pulled along by a little bit of fishing line.
I don't think much of this Earth idea of recreation. Why can't we do something constructive?
Sea bathing, recommended. A traditional Earth exercise.
Well, go on then. You exercise. Back!
Some of the special effects that we do in Doctor Who are highly successful. Some of them are not so successful. But basically, the program doesn't rely on the special effects. Its success has always been the involvement of its characters. I'm particularly fond of the Cybermen, which is one of the reasons we brought them back last year. I'm also very, very fond of the Master, who is a marvellous Moriarty to the Doctor's Holmes, as it were.
Farewell, my friends. Farewell forever. Farewell, my friends. Farewell
forever. I wanted a monster. And as a kid, I had grown up watching movies. and was always vaguely disappointed because I knew the monsters were people, really dressed up people. And so my first requirement was to make my monster non-humanoid. I didn't want it to look like somebody dressed up in a funny costume. So I had to eliminate the legs. And I had recently been to a concert of the Georgian state dancers. Now, these are these very stately ladies who wear skirts right down to the floor and appear to glide. They just move. You don't see their feet going at all. So I thought, that's the movement I want to achieve, this gliding effect, and no legs involved. And then the voice, it had to be a non-humanoid voice coming out of a computer. And I made a few mistakes. It would have been easier had I given them more manipulative hands. They were always a problem. When they wanted to pass things to one another, they were terrible problems. So basically, with those requirements, that's what happened. That's how the Dalek evolved.
When the time is right, we will emerge and take our rightful place as the supreme power of the universe!
My favorite enemies are the Daleks.
The Daleks. I personally like the Daleks.
I guess I'd have to go with the crowd and say the Daleks.
I don't know, I guess I got a fondness for salt.
No, wait! Those men are scientists. They can help you. Let them live. Have pity. Pity. I have no understanding of the word. It is not registered in my vocabulary bank. Exterminate.
Certainly conventions of this kind, the people are more responsive than the English fans. The English fans love the program, but they're a little more reserved. Here, I just find it wonderful that people come up to you when you're walking down a flight of stairs and start chatting and ask you a very pertinent question.
What awful fate befell the survivors of the Starliner crash? That was, they were all killed by the Marshmen.
Well, this one is a scarf trivia, because it's fitting. Now, there have been 6 different patterns of the scarf. How many were actually knitted and on the show, on a series?
3.
4.
4? You sure?
4.
I thought I was.
1 had only been in 1 episode, or 1 TV show.
Was that Robot or?
No, it wasn't that Robot. It was somewhere in between the long multicolored and the maroon. Right at the end, he used a very long multicolored. And there's another extension of that. How long was the maroon scarf?
15 feet.
19 feet.
24.
24 feet?
24 feet.
Tom very often tripped over his scarf. It was quite a problem, that scarf.
You're standing on my scarf.
I'm terribly sorry.
Yes, the voices are in fact dubbed in other countries. I've yet to see a dubbed program, but I understand it's quite amazing when you see the program in Arabic.
نحن نبنو من كوكب. أيها؟ سنرى فوق. ما الذي أصابك؟ أحرقت يدي. الحرارة تزداد هنا بينما نحن نهبط.
Peter Davison is the 5th Doctor.
You've come to help me find the Zero Room. Welcome aboard. I'm the Doctor. Or will be if this regeneration works out.
I like Peter Davison very much. I just saw one of the new episodes that were brought over. I like him very much. He's going to be all right.
I didn't like him. Well, I'm not being fair to him. I only seen one, but I didn't like him because I felt like he just had no personality to him. It seemed like he was up there and just playing the role, you know? I mean, no humorous jokes, no, you know what his next move is going to be or what he might say.
Pretty good. He's great. I mean, there's no Tom Baker, but there's not no other Tom Baker. He's going to be real good. I hope. I mean, we've only seen one episode.
We want to see more.
Yeah, we're waiting to see the new Doctor Who adventures here in the United States.
Tell him to get over here.
Come on, move.
20 markets have already been signed for the 78 new Peter Davison episodes, which will be available, here's the best bit, in January 1983.
I don't think any of us knew of your numbers or your enthusiasm. And we're glowing. We're glowing. Thank you.